attending a ball in a few months' time. I think it's late April or maybe early May, I should find that out. It's a Victorian ball in Bath in Britain, and everyone's going to be wearing clothing from the early Victorian period. So I'm making some 1840s garments. I've made the chemise, I've made a quilted petticoat, I have found a bum pad, still not quite sure if I'm actually going to be wearing a bum pad, but we'll see. But I need a corset. And so I've been looking at loads of corsets online, 1840s corsets. I found some that are really interesting, like this one. It's so cool. It almost looks like an 18th century pair of stays. But it's mostly corsets that look like this. Or this. Or maybe this. And what seems to be common for like 99% of all the 1840s corsets I found is that they're white. And that's a little bit boring. But at the same time, I want it to look 1840s. Oh, sorry. Melvin wants to be a part of our filming today. So I want my corset to look 1840s. And even though I love the super embroidered, super weird corset, yeah, that's not exactly standard, is it? So I'm going to make a white corset. I have got the coutil. Am I allowed to pick that up instead of you? Do you want to sit in the back? I've got the coutil, and it is a white herringbone coutil. Not sure if you can actually see it, if my camera is good enough to show you. Well, you can kind of see the stripes of herringbone pattern, because I thought that'd make it, at least a little bit exciting. A little bit of texture, a little bit of excitement. And I've got a pattern. This is the Redthreaded 1830s stays, but it looks in shape very similar to the 1840s corsets that I've seen. I don't know if you can see, but I have got one very grumpy kitten. So yeah, corset. Want to come along? So what I have done now is, this is starting to look like a corset, doesn't it? I've stitched the side gores in. So this is the front, this is the back, and there's this little side gore that you can't really see that it's a separate piece from the front, but if you look at the back, you'll see that this is like a separate gore. And then I stitched the fronts to the backs. And then I've stitched in this boning channel. Now this is also a boning channel, and I have one on the other side as well. This is not on the pattern. I'm not sure I actually want boning here, because I think that would be quite uncomfortable, because this is going to be on the sort of sorry about the shadows. This is going to be on the sort of quite fleshy side, like side to side back of my body. So a bone there might just be very uncomfortable, but I still put this in, not necessarily because I want it to be a boning channel, but just to strengthen this seam. Because I've stitched these two pieces together, and then I've stitched this one on top. So it's basically an enforcement, a seam enforcement. And then I've gone and made boning channels at the back on one side. Did not get to do that on the other side yesterday because my cat needed my attention, and when a cat needs you, you have to go. That's the law. So I'm going to do that today. I realised I usually have like a mass of boning, just yards and yards of synthetic whalebone just laying around. Because I've gotten so used to just having that around the house, I have forgotten that I need to buy more. So there's really none left, maybe for like 2 of these boning channels or something. So I'm gonna, I'm probably gonna go to my friend Torden, who has all the corsetry supplies in the world, because she sells them, and buy some more synthetic whalebone. I do have a busk already that I bought from her, and then I'm gonna start the boning, I think, and when that's done I can do the binding. I think I'm gonna make the eyelet holes, make the binding at the bottom, try it on, or actually before I do the binding, just try it on, make sure it fits. The mock-up did fit, but I'm a little worried that I may have too much space in the bust, so I might have to like take out a little bit. That's not a crisis. I can just do like that and then overstitch it, but I wanna try it on and check it out. So that's the plan for now. Oh yes, and then I need to attach these shoulder straps, and then there's a lot of binding in my future, which we all love, so that'll be fun. And then maybe I can get on to flossing. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to leave you now very soon with the little end screen. But I just gotta say, before I leave you, this is one of the most comfortable corsets I think I've ever made or worn. It's really comfortable. And it's, I think, you know, looking at it now, I might actually wear my petticoat, my corded petticoat on top of it instead of under it. But I also like the very long, lean line that it gets me. I might have to tighten the hooks and eyes on the petticoat now though, with the corset in, because it's kind of falling down. So instead of sitting here where I want it, it's kind of sitting down here, just not as flattering. But I'm really happy with this. It's really comfortable, and I'm really happy that I've got, if you look at oh, hello, just the cat trying to eat the corset lacing ribbon. If you look at fashion plates from the 1830s and 1840s, the women had this very sort of two very round breasts, and then immediately very sort of sharp in, and then a smooth curve out over the hips. And that's not how my body looks at all. But with this corset, it does. I'm also very happy that it's a little higher in the back, covering the little love handles that you can sometimes get at the shoulders. So I am super happy with this corset. I am a little miffed at having a backlacing corset because I don't like backlacing corsets. But apart from that, this is good. So I'll try and see if I have any over petticoats to go on top of this to add more oomph. I might change the hooks and eyes on this petticoat. And then I think it's on to the ball gown. I'm just going to let out my cat first. But until then, take care. See ya.